Hello, everybody. It's Principal Vogelai from Douglas High School. The intent of this video today is to give you a sense as to what we are talking about in a meeting with juniors and their parents on February 12th in 2024. We are talking about your child's graduation coming up in 2025. So you may have heard of why graduation was a hot topic only a few months ago. I'm going to back up and give you the real story. Last fall, a team of adults from Douglas High School took a tour of the Box Event Center. We took it for many reasons, but one of them was to look into potential graduation ceremony sites. Graduation is a time of celebration. It should be a lot of fun, comfortable, exciting, and really putting the students at the focus. We celebrate barriers that students knocked down, hurdles that they had to jump, items they had to overcome. And it's a special moment that you got to that point to walk across the stage with your peers. What I learned quickly as being principal here is that there's been some concerns in our current structure for graduation. If you don't know, we currently plan graduation at two locations. One is the football field. On a great day in May in Western South Dakota, we have a pretty cool graduation, but it still comes with its challenges. Accessibility for special needs, seating, spacing. Obviously, the weather becomes a very important thing. And it lacks the banquet style, if that's what you prefer, for a graduation ceremony. One of the things that distracts it from that is obviously the weather. The other location that we set up for, because of where we live, is inside. And that's where we have challenges. Our gym is not suited to fit everybody who wants to attend a graduation ceremony. Because we cannot fit everybody in there, we stay on the football field until we can't. When that time comes and we need to go into the gym, we have to go to two different locations due to seating. The gym is very packed. It can't fit everybody, and many guests are taken to another location. And if technology works great, they can view the ceremony on a screen in another room. So we started looking into sites. When we went, we loved it so much that we said, holy cow, can we make this happen now for 2024? The timeline just ended up being a little tight. There was a lot of excitement. I'm going to tell you more about meeting with this year's senior class because I think it's important data for our junior parents and students to know. I'm not able to go through the live link in this video that I have, or the program that I'm doing this video through. In person, we're going to explore these sites a little bit. So for those of you watching here, I encourage you to go to theboxlive.com and explore a little bit. There is a virtual tour that is very cool and very helpful. This picture goes to show here that we can fit over 2,000 people there. Up here in the 180 mark is where our graduates would be. 180 is more students than we've graduated, so that fits. And you'll notice that there is some space here for our families who may need strollers and standers and those type of things. It is floor seating. The stage would be up in the front. And again, we could fit over 2,000 people. So unless you're inviting a really large amount of people, I believe everybody would fit in this site. And it's more seating than our locations. One of the things we learned on the tour that I'm going to point out, and again, if you take the virtual tour online, you're going to see it a lot better than this picture can show, but is what is on the walls. That's where we would make this ours. What we heard from the senior class was, how do we make it Douglas High School? Red, white, and blue. How do we do that? That's technology would benefit us here. Maybe we have pictures of the kids. Maybe we have school colors and the mascot, those type of items. That can be custom to our fit. I also mentioned how this could be more of a banquet style. So I encourage you to please look past the basketball floor. On the tour that we took, it was shared with us how the floor would be carpeted and in a banquet style. We got to see a few samples. It looks really nice. So see past the basketball setup, but I'm showing you this to mention the walls and how we could make that personal to our traditions of being a patriot. What we learned from the seniors and student voice is that I want to share. Unfortunately, we weren't able to work it out for this year's senior class. The timing was just too close. Was that we interviewed them and asked for their input. And we said, in your level of interest to going to this site, I need you to rate it on 1 through 5. 1, I absolutely do not want to go there. We have to have it on the football field. A 5, let's absolutely go. This is where we need to have graduation. And a 4 was, I would like to have it there. 3 was indifferent. 60% of the senior class voted a 4 or a 5. Only 10% gave it a 1 saying it has to be on the football field. So it's fair to say a majority were for the change. We obviously want to hear from this year's students as well, and we will do that in more than one way, but I thought it was important to share that with you. So what do? I'm going to encourage the students and the parents to be checking your email, students' announcements, and the bulletin. Please take a virtual tour. Send me your feedback. I also think we need to get a group of students there. We don't want to make decisions without students having a strong sense of what they're signing up for. Their voice is important in all things and in high school. So it should be in the graduation ceremony as well. So maybe we start by setting up a time for 20 students to come take a tour with myself or Assistant Principal Golson or Bridget. She leads our graduation planning. We would like to set that up with some of our learners. Then let's take that information back. Talk with your classmates. Talk with your friends. We want people talking about this. So I think this is an exciting conversation. In summary, we want graduation to be the best experience we can have for our students. They overcome things, they break down barriers, they jump over hurdles, and parents and guardians, you want to see that student have a pretty special moment. And with that, thank you for your time. Again, this is Principal Vogelai, and I look